I'll probably wear this on 3 first dates. They don't know each other.
Hey friends, it's Taya and welcome to or back to my channel. Today I'm going on a first date and I'm really excited to get ready with y'all and share some hygiene, dating, and makeup tips. So let's get right into it. I haven't been Sephora shopping in so long and the sale is going on right now, so I had to restock on some of my faves in preparation for my date tonight. And I chose next day delivery. They dropped it straight to my door. It was so convenient. So this is everything I got. I got a lot of stuff and I was able to save 20% with the code YAYSAVE. So if you see anything in this video that you like or you need some last minute things, run to Sephora.com because the sale is almost over. Anyway, I'm pretty dramatic when it comes to getting ready for anything, but especially for a date. I like to make sure my hygiene is really good and I smell amazing. There's nothing better than getting complimented on how you smell. So, of course, I start with the shower. So, I definitely wouldn't go for an everything shower before a date because you don't want to be late. So, I highly recommend getting all your shaving and washing your hair done the night before. And I like to mix in my body scrub with my body wash. And both of these products smell so good and sweet. These are a couple of my favorites. The scent lingers, which is perfect. And for my underarms, I like to really go in with antibacterial soap. And of course, for kitty care, I just keep it simple with my Dove bar. Once I'm done, I spray the Sol de Janeiro 62 all over. It smells so good and matches the body wash and lotion. So the fragrance is gonna last all night. And I love this fragrance, you guys. It's so sweet and yummy. So I spray that first and then I go in with body lotion and oil to really get the fragrance all over my body. I literally do every single oral hygiene step known to man before a date. Just kidding, but I do all of my nighttime routine steps because I want fresh breath. Like there would be nothing worse than bad breath on the first date. But I love to use mouthwash in my water pick. I know you aren't supposed to, but it really does keep my gums so healthy and clean. For skincare, I'm really focusing on hydration because I want that glow from within. So yeah, I love all of these products. I don't like to experiment with anything new before a date. So these are all some of my holy grails. My bestie recently put me onto this Carpe deodorant and it's really good if you sweat intensively, especially when you're nervous. So this is perfect. And finally, I like to drink a glass of wine because I get so nervous. So this helps to take the edge off a little and put me in a better mood. So let's get some makeup going. If you're gonna drink first, make sure you guys Uber, don't drink and drive. Also, if this is your first time meeting this man, don't let him pick you up. It might seem like a gentleman-y thing to do, but I always say no to that. For my makeup look, I'm gonna do something that I'm comfortable with, that I know looks good on me. I'm gonna start off with primer. I'm using the Ilia Base Face Milk. I'm going to be using 3 priming products today just because, you know, you want your makeup to last throughout the whole night. I'm going to follow that up with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This product is so good. It smells amazing and it gives you the best, like, moisturized, hydrated face. But yeah, y'all, I haven't really been on a lot of first dates in my life. I have been in a relationship for the most part since I graduated high school. But from the little bit of experience that I do have, I can tell y'all, this is hard. Dating is very nerve-wracking, very awkward. There's a lot of trial and error for sure. If you're currently dating right now, like, I feel for you because some men just make it very uncomfortable. They just have a lot of audacity, which we already knew. I don't know, it's kind of weird out here. Real quick, I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish on the textured parts of my face. Like I was saying, dating is definitely hit or miss. Like, a flaw that I have is that I try to see the good in everybody, so I do, like, sometimes put up with situations that I shouldn't. But if you feel uncomfortable at any point
in the date, you can leave. It is okay to tell somebody that you aren't feeling it and you don't want a second date. This is kind of my hot take and it's kind of bad, but I do feel like it's okay to ghost somebody that you just met. Like, I think it's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I feel like if y'all went on one date and he was just off the rails, like crazy, borderline scared you, then I feel like it's okay to ghost that person and you don't have to explain like why you don't want to see them again. Y'all just met. Like, sometimes it's just not worth all of the conversation. Some people will try to make you give them a second chance, and I know for me personally, it's kind of hard to say no sometimes. So then you give them another chance and then it's a waste of time because it's still nothing's clicking. So real quick, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I'm using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I'm in the shade Caracas, medium 3.3. So I want to save time today, so I'm going to go in with foundation first. I think there is some discourse about like how much makeup you should wear on the first date, and you know, men don't like makeup, so blah blah blah. But I personally feel like you should do whatever you're comfortable with. Like, if you like full coverage, full eye look, like everything, and that's what you typically do that. I feel like you should always do whatever is true to you. Like, you don't want to fake who you are, because you're not going to attract the person that's right for you. I am going to just go for like kind of in between natural and full glam, just because that's normally what I do. If a man doesn't like it, then he can move on to the next girl. That's it. For concealer, I'm using the Lancome Tint Idol. I'm gonna put this everywhere I normally highlight. Like I said, I haven't been on that many first dates, but the ones that I've been on have been pretty good. I haven't seen anything too crazy on the first date. The problems start arising like during the second, third. Like, of course, everybody's gonna put their best foot forward on the first date, including myself, including me. Like, people will show you who they are like very quickly. So if you just give it a little bit of time, you start to see like how a relationship with that person is gonna be. So a piece of advice is to not set your expectations too high, and like, I honestly need to take my own advice on that. I will go on a date with somebody and I'm really bad about getting like too excited about a person, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like he's the one for me, and then like very quickly they show you that it's the same thing. So just try to be careful about your expectations and like moving really fast. Just be cautious. Try to really get to know somebody first before you feel like they're the one for you, because love bombing is very real. I do think a lot of men will love bomb you to become manipulative or like have control over you very fast. As a woman, if you have a man telling you really good things and just making you feel good about the situation like very early on, that's gonna make anybody excited, especially if you really like that person. But in my personal experience, I feel like any man that has tried to move things too fast usually ends up being a little bit of a controlling person. You don't have to be like cold and distant. You definitely can be vulnerable with people and be open in every situation, but just be careful. Like, if you're dating somebody and you feel like you like them but they're moving too fast, definitely bring that up and tell them like, I'm not comfortable with how fast this is going. I still really like you, but I think we should definitely take time to get to know each other before we're like making all these decisions or hanging out 24/7 and stuff like that. Now that I'm a little older, I feel like I want to approach dating in a more mature way, and I don't want to be like all up under somebody that I just met like 24/7. I don't think everything needs to be so traditional, but I think some things are really important so that you don't get hurt, you know? I saw the concealers on. I feel like it looks really good. I'm not gonna do a lot of cream products today because I feel like that takes a lot of time. So I want a little bit more coverage, so I'm gonna let this sit under my eyes for a second. I'm about to put y'all in my business just a little, but I want to know if y'all have experienced this or if it's just me and my perspective of it. I'm gonna go in with setting powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade medium, but I've been kind of leaning towards men like 30 and up. I'm not like that far away from that, so I've always been with someone my age, so I wanted to see like if it was different, if it was better, like just what it was about. I don't know, like it's definitely interesting. There is a huge difference, I would say, in men that are 30 plus than men my age or like in their 20s, whatever. But what I've seen is that men in their 30s think y'all are like official like immediately. Maybe not official, but like they move so fast that like I can't even keep up. Like I don't even know how this happened, how we got here, but they get serious so fast, and it kind of scares me a little bit. Can't tell if it's like a control thing. Like I said, the love bombing is something that I'm like very cautious of. So when I start talking to someone and they are moving kind of fast, I kind of get a little weary of it and I get a little uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys have experienced that. Like if you have, let me know, because I just feel like it's a common thing. Like I haven't talked to that many, but the ones that I have talked to do kind of like move things fast. There is a huge difference in men over 30 than the men that are in their 20s, because like even in the relationships I've had, they didn't, like we weren't even boyfriend girlfriend until like a year, and that was like on the whole other side of the spectrum, which is also not a good thing. But it moved really slow, and then like the men over 30 that I've met want to be together in one day, and I'm like no. I don't know if that's because there's more of an urgency to be in a serious relationship and like get married and start a family. I'm not really sure. It probably is, but one of the things that I don't really like is like talking on the phone with people that I don't know. And I dated a couple people and they want to be on the phone all the time, like 24/7. It's like the number one thing that will scare me away, like the number one. Hold on really quick, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I've been using this powder since I was in high school. Oops. So if you haven't tried it yet, what are you doing? It is a really good powder. I'm gonna use it lightly all over my face. I wouldn't recommend using the translucent honey one. I would just use the translucent for that because I don't want it to be too ashy, but I'm just gonna put a little bit so I'm not looking greasy. I feel like if you're calling me every day, you just wanna see what I'm doing, who I'm with, you know? That type of thing. Like that's something that I look out for, and especially if like you're calling and you're getting upset that I'm not answering. For contour, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker and Cocoa Naughty number 19, or what? Number 7. Just using a powder bronzer today because it's the quickest, and like I said before, I am terrible about punctuality. So if I'm trying to be on time, I'll just do powder bronzer only. I don't cream contour. If you do want to go for a more dramatic full coverage look, I would say layer your products and do a cream contour and a powder bronzer, but this is going to be enough for me, but technically it ends up looking the same. Anyways, I kind of forgot what I was saying, but have y'all ever experienced that? Like, and how does that make y'all feel if you meet somebody and they want to talk on the phone all the time? Because this has been like a thing that I've noticed. I feel like you just want to know what's going on. I just find it to be controlling because I feel like I'm being held hostage. Maybe I did have another date to go on. You're trying to see like where I am and what I'm doing. Yeah, like how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all like being on the phone with people? Like when y'all are first getting to know each other? I feel like if you just started dating someone, you should save all of your get to knowing each other conversations for when you're actually together face to face. If you're gonna go on a date with someone, y'all have been talking for a little bit, I would say save the texting, save the calling, save all that. It can be awkward to like know what to say when you first meet somebody face to face. Those initial questions, I would save that for the first date. And then even after that, I feel like if we're on the phone all the time, we're talking about stuff we could really just be talking about in person. And I don't know, that's just my opinion and my take on it. What do y'all think about it? I am doing my eyeshadow with my bronzer like I normally do. I'm gonna go in with some eyeshadow in a little bit, but for now I'm bronzing up and contouring my eyes, and I feel like it just gives a really natural and pretty look to your eyes. I'm gonna give you guys some things that I feel like shouldn't happen on the first date. I know sometimes they do, and like every situation is different and whatever, but number 1, do not let this man come to your house. Unless your goal is only one thing, then okay. If you actually want to take this person serious and you want to be taken serious, then I would suggest not going to anyone's house on the first date. I've done that and then I end up not taking the person serious, or vice versa, and it's just like a recipe for disaster. Also, if they're saying that they want to date and like find someone and be in a relationship, but they can't plan a first date, then they just lied to you. They really aren't looking for anything serious. So there definitely is a lot of discourse and conversation, debates on social media about first dates and what they should be and where they should be and the budget and all that. If you do approach me like you're trying to date me, I do think it needs to be thought out. I still don't think it needs to be anywhere expensive. It just depends on the man, his budget, what he can afford. In my opinion, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I don't need a fancy date. I don't even want the stress of getting ready to go anywhere fancy, because the first date might not even lead to anything. Like it might not lead to a second date. So I just really don't think it has to be anything like super expensive or super crazy, but I really strongly feel that he should plan something out at least. Y'all can go do something fun, y'all can go skate, there's dinner. It doesn't have to be a fancy place, but it could be like a really cool place that y'all found on social media or he found, whatever. I'm using the Patrick Ta cream and powder blush next in the shade She's Wanted. I'm gonna use the powder first and go in with the cream after. I love this blush. I have it in another shade and I wanted to get a darker one because the one I have is very, very pink and I think the shade's pretty. Back to what I was saying, I feel like as long as it's planned out and there's some thought put into it, then it's fine. I don't think it needs to be like a really strict thing. I'm also gonna put the blush on my nose, kind of just all over. I feel like it just makes you look flushed and pretty. But yeah, if that's something that you require, don't lower your standards. Stick to that because there are gonna be men that can afford to take you somewhere really nice. Just be true to yourself. If that's what you want, then go for that, because you also don't want to be in a situation where you're like waiting for him to do the things that you want him to do. Definitely stay away from the movies. That's really awkward. I feel like safety is so important, but if you do end up at his house or he ends up at yours, like I know things happen and you end up at his house, make sure your location is on. Make sure you tell your friends immediately where you're going. Send them their Instagram, send them a picture of the person, their name, everything, and just be really safe, you guys. Like have your pepper spray, whatever you need. Just be safe and be careful and have good discretion. And like I know it's sad, but like men are really unpredictable, so just be careful. I'm going a little heavy with the blush, but I really like it. So all right, I'm gonna take my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette and I'm just gonna warm my eyes up a little more, shade right here, and just put that in my crease area. I'm also gonna wing everything out because I just feel like that's so cute and flirty and really pretty. Every man that you meet is not gonna be the perfect guy for you. Please do not have that expectation. Every guy is not gonna be your dream guy. Sometimes it is disappointing to meet somebody who you thought was gonna be like amazing and they turn out not to be. Yeah, it is disappointing, but it happens a lot. I think it's important to be really honest too, especially on the first date. Like if you are looking for something serious or you just want someone to like hang around or like whatever, I think you should be really honest with your expectations and just see like if the person is receptive to it. If not, then I don't think you should continue talking to that person if you guys really aren't on the same page with dating and everything. I think just try to be as honest as you can. Not everyone else is going to be like that, which, you know, you have to learn the hard way, but I think it does save a lot of trouble when you're open about your expectations and kind of what you want to get out of not even dating this specific person, but dating in general. Mixing these two shades together, brightening up my inner corner. So next I'm gonna add like some cute girly feel to the look. I'm gonna put on the Urban Decay Moon Dust. This is the shade Glitter Rock. I'm just gonna pick this up with my finger and I'm gonna apply that on the very like beginning of my lid. It's just like an easy way to add something different. I'm also gonna add the glitter to my inner corner. And so if you're going somewhere where there's low lighting, this is just gonna sparkle the whole time. It's gonna look so pretty. So I feel like it's perfect for a dinner makeup look. Yeah, so I am going to dinner. Did pick the place and like the time and everything. I'm going with the Tarte Fake Awake and I'm literally just gonna apply it like on the outer part. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I just applied it to the outer part. I'm not gonna bring it in. I feel like that's too intense. But I think this is cute. I put like 4 or 5 of the medium length Lash Couture like little tiny wispies. I put them on the outer corner so that it's gonna wing my eyes out and I don't really need to put eyeliner. And I also like to take my brow pencil and just elongate the inner corner. I just feel like it gives you a really subtle like elongation of your eyes. I don't like it to be too intense, so I just use my brow pencil and it's really hard to mess it up. I also thought I would tight line my eyes today. I'm gonna curl my lashes first. I added mascara to my bottom lashes. I normally don't do that, but I feel like for date night it's good because it brings more attention to my eyes and I feel like that's really important. The lips, I'm gonna be using the lip bar. This is the shade Straight Living. And I'm gonna blend it out with my finger. I don't want it to be really intense. I just want to give like a nice shadow to my lips. For my lips today, I'm keeping it very flush, like natural plumpy type of lip. So we're gonna go with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss shade Pink Sting. I'm just gonna add a light layer of this and it's also a plumper, so just trust me. If you're gonna be like smooching potentially, I suggest maybe not using this specific one, but they do have the lifter glosses that are like the regular and not plumping, because you're gonna burn whoever you're kissing. Should you kiss on the first date? Let me know. I'm gonna mix that with the Hourglass lip gloss, one of my favorite higher end brand lip glosses. So good. And I wanted to get it in a different shade this time, so I got Haze, and I go through these really fast because I just love them so much. And I'm gonna apply that over the pink, and it's just gonna look like a really like healthy plump lip, which I love. Just like, are you kidding? We're setting it with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Once that dries down, I'm going in with the One Size Setting Spray. To finish off, I'm using this as my highlighter, the Milani Baked Powder Blush in Dolce Pink. And I just want to really make my blush pop, but also add some highlight into my face. Okay, my makeup is done. I think it came out really good. I'm gonna be using this little tool from TikTok. Just kind of give it volume. I have a list of my non-negotiables and red flags. I made this list a long time ago, but I just add stuff every time I see one, and I'm like, ugh. I really want to hear you guys' red flags, because I feel like my list could have a lot more. I let too much slide sometimes. So give me your red flags in the comments so I can read all of them. So the first thing on my list, I feel like is very important. It's a guy who is homophobic. I just feel like a man that's homophobic has another issue. There's something else going on there. Like, what makes you hate somebody for something they can't control? I just don't like being around people that are really judgy. So yeah, I don't know, but that one is like the first one on my list. I wrote that down a long time ago because I've ran into some people. What if you do have kids with them and your partner is not accepting of your child, the child that you birthed and made together? Like, that would really bother me. So I just feel like I cannot take that relationship serious. So the second thing on my list is a clingy man. I personally just cannot. I feel like some people like that and some people just don't. I am a very independent person. I don't need to know what you're doing every 5 seconds. And that kind of goes back to my other point of like the phone call thing. I feel like a clingy person is sometimes like insecure. They might not be secure in your relationship. Like, I don't know, it's not just the fact that you want to be around me, like that's fine, but like if you can't not be around me, that's a problem. But that just screams needy to me. I like space, like, especially if they're clingy off the bat. That's ridiculous. Like, do you not have a job? Do you not have something you could be doing right now? It's just not my thing. I'm not going to read some of these because some of them are like, they shouldn't be said on the internet. Refers to themselves as dominant or alpha. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be with someone that is a dominant or alpha person. You usually don't announce that, I think. I feel like if I didn't ask, why are you telling me? It's more about the energy you put off. I think I'll be able to tell, like, if you're dominant just by you being you. I don't know, I just like hate when I hear someone say that and I'm just like immediately no. I don't know, that one might be kind of dumb, but if you guys know what I'm saying, like, let me know. The next one's a little silly, but I feel like it's so important. A man that never gets a haircut. I've been there, done that, and I just don't know why you can't go get like a $40, $50 haircut, then you turn around and you ask me why my nails aren't done. It's like, I just feel like there's not an excuse for you to not get a haircut. Like, it just screams bum. Like, I don't like it. A man that says something really mean to you and it hurts your feelings and then he tells you to relax, it's a joke. It baffles me every single time. So many men do that, and I feel like we should not accept that, because what do you mean it was a joke? You just said something really mean. If it was a joke, you still need to apologize for saying a joke so distasteful. Like, it doesn't matter if it was a joke or not. It hurt my feelings. So yeah, that's something that I hate. Like, it really irritates me. Someone that speaks negatively about women a lot, I can't do that. No understanding of boundaries. That one is very important to me, because I do try to set my boundaries with people, and if they overstep them repeatedly, like, I'm just not gonna be happy. A man that doesn't ask questions about you on the first date, I do think it's a red flag. If I'm asking you a million questions about yourself and at the end of you telling me about that, you can't like simply reverse the question back to me, that's a little selfish and it's kind of rude. That's all I'm gonna read from that list. If you guys have any other red flags and non-negotiables, please comment them, because I would love to know. I feel like everyone's expectations and preferences are different, so I would love to see y'all's opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna go get dressed and show you guys what I'm wearing, and that'll be that. Black purse or red purse? I feel like the red is very much Christmas party. I'm already wearing all black, so the black might be like too intense. I think I'm gonna go with the red. Anyway, so this is the final look. I'm about to head out. I'm running a little late, of course. My hair's already falling, but it's fine. I just didn't want it to be really flat. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm wearing. I'm not like a fashionista or anything, so just buckle up, okay? So I have on a long sleeve black shirt. I love wearing all black. This shirt is from Amazon. I think off the shoulder is super flattering for a first date, especially since I'm wearing a long sleeve. I still have coverage, but then I feel like a little sexy, a little cute. I had on jeans and I feel like they were grandma vibes. So I put on this skirt. It's from Abercrombie. And then I have on these black boots from Steve Madden. Fragrance for tonight is gonna be my favorite, Killian Angel Share. I've said this before, but I feel like it smells like a cinnamon apple pie. I don't know, it smells so good. It's pretty sweet, like it literally smells like food. It's unique, like I've never smelled anything like this, but I get a lot of compliments on it, so I definitely love this. This is my like special occasion nighttime perfume. Also really strong, so you don't need a lot. A little bit of body glow since my clavicle is out. It does have SPF in it, but it smells really, really good. So yeah, that's my outfit. It is pretty safe, but I feel comfortable in it, so that's all that matters. I'll probably wear this on like 3 first dates. I don't care. They don't know each other. It just makes it easier so you don't have to take so much time finding an outfit. It's like a uniform, your date uniform. I love you guys. Please wish me luck because I get a little nervous. If you're going on a first date, have fun and be really safe. But that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much and I'll see you in the next one.